Welcome, maybe welcome back. We're out here in the garden today. I wanted to talk to you about wildlife, natural wildlife that is attracted to your garden. Earlier today, I walked out into the greenhouse and I got about 2 steps in and heard a nice quiet slither behind me, and I turned around to see a big fat brown snake. That was pretty creepy, but then it occurred to me that I had seen that snake before and it was just muddy. It was a little garter snake, and I actually had discovered it while weed eating last year. It must have been hibernating in the greenhouse all this time. Yeah, I walked into the greenhouse earlier, got about to here, and I heard something. So I looked back, and I saw the tail end of a snake that was just disappearing into that little hole there. And I never found him. We nicknamed it Shamisha. I imagine it lives off of stuff that is thrown in the compost, along with small insects and other things like that. And that just serves to show my point that I want to make here. Your garden, no matter what you do, whatever you plant, it's going to attract a variety of wildlife. Like if you plant flowers, you're going to attract bees and pollinators. That's also going to attract the things that eat the pollinators, like birds. By having this little open compost area, we're kind of asking for trouble a little bit. But that's just something that comes with having a natural, organic garden. Yeah, I really need to put some slats on this or something. Anything can get in here. You can't have the good without the bad. There has to be a balance to these things. And our role as a gardener is to mitigate things like that and to boost things like this. I just wanted to sort of get that point across, just show some examples of that happening. I already talked about the incident with the snake, and that was actually the second time I've run into that snake. There is also a robin, a very recognizable robin with a small chest injury right there. We just call her Mama Robin because we're pretty sure she had a nest nearby. She has been around the garden for the last 2 years. At this point, she's gotten really used to us and isn't really afraid to land nearby us and doesn't really get too worried about us walking around unless we walk directly towards her. It's just, that's just a bird. Along with the birds, there are also a variety of small mammals like squirrels, moles. This might also have to do with the fact that we live close to the city's edge. Over there it's the highway, and then there's just nothing. We're right on the cusp of the city here. There's been a number of creatures that I've found in here. I've definitely found little possums, moles. We're pretty sure that there was a raccoon back here once. The squirrels will actually jump on the sunflowers, and they love picking through the sunflower seeds. They'll grab onto it and they'll actually knock the sunflowers down, which sows the seeds. Isn't that interesting, right? Part of the point I'm trying to make here is that the wildlife that your garden will attract is totally natural and beneficial, and you have to understand how this is going to work to your advantage. With an increase in flowers and pollinators, you're going to see the increase in birds. That's going to bring down the pollinators, and they're also going to bring down things like earthworms in your yard in general. But at the same time, they're going to be pooping all over your yard, which is going to be spreading seeds, spreading nitrogen. There is a balance. I guess the main point I want to make is if you see some wildlife in the garden and you think, that damn cat, or I gotta get that snake, maybe just think twice about it, because my initial thought upon seeing that snake this morning was, holy crap, I have to eliminate that snake because it could be dangerous. But upon thinking about it, I'm almost certain that that's the same snake from last year, a harmless little garter snake. And there's really just no reason to, try and hunt it down. As soon as I stepped into the greenhouse, it scurried away from me, which is a sign that it just doesn't want to be around humans. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. That snake might actually come in handy, especially with things like insects. It's going to cut down on stuff like that. I do keep it in mind that this snake could become a problem at some point. Snakes are smelly, and they like to cause a little bit of a problem with nests and stuff, but they can be beneficial, just something to consider. Well, with that one, I'm going to wrap it up. My name is Tyler from Homegrown Haven Farm. As always, don't give up. Keep growing. I'll see you next time.